What's up, guys? My name's Jonathan, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Cannoneer. Now, today we've got two things that you guys have been asking for a second about in the comment section that we're going to be combining into one video. We've got some distance shooting. We're going to be taking our cannon back to about 50 yards. You know, we usually shoot at about 25 yards or so. And we've also got a freezer that we're going to be shooting at. My parents just so happened to have had a chest freezer die around the same time that you guys asked for that in the comment section. So we were setting that out on the range, and we went, hey, giant target, you know, why don't we move it back, move our cannon back to about 50 yards or so? It'll be a whole lot easier to hit a giant target than, say, like a Coke bottle or something from that distance. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be testing our accuracy, what kind of damage a cannonball will do from 50 yards. We're also going to be shooting some grape shot to see what the spread of that will look like. We've also got some of our other odd projectiles, some marbles, some 3D printed stuff, and a bouncy ball, a couple other things. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, hang on for a second. We're going to be transporting ourselves over to the range. As you guys can see, there's about 6 inches of snow on the ground around me. Thankfully, we were able to go shoot a couple of days ago before the snow hit. So we're going to be transporting ourselves over to the range in a nice sunny day a couple of days ago. So hang on while we transport ourselves over there. And if you guys haven't done so already while we're heading over there, go ahead and drop down below, hit that subscribe button. I'm sure you guys are going to like to keep up with all the fun stuff that we got going on with our cannon in the future. So I'll meet you guys over there a couple of days ago in a nice sunny day, and we'll start shooting our cannon from about 50 yards at a freezer. Okay guys, we got our cannon loaded up with a 10-ounce cannonball. We got our freezer set down there about 40 to 50 yards. We're going to be shooting some distance today. So we're going to go ahead and touch our cannon off and see if we can hit our freezer and what kind of damage it'll do from this distance. Okay guys, so we got our cannonball loaded up. We got our freezer set out there at about 40 or 50 yards. We're going to go ahead and touch it off, see if we can hit it and what kind of damage it'll do from this range. Okay, let's make the long walk and go check that out. Right through the center. Let's take a look on the inside. You can hear the refrigerant leaking out. Right to the other side too. Not a bit of problem. That's a nice giant exit hole. Entrance all the way clean through, and exit. Okay guys, for our next shot, we got a bunch of 62 caliber muzzleloader balls. We're going to be putting these in one of our 3D printed wads here. We got 12 of them. We're going to be shooting them from some distance so we can see how many of them hit at this distance. Okay guys, for our next shot, we got our freezer out there about 40-50 yards. We got 12 of our 62 caliber muzzleloader balls loaded up in our wad here. Let's touch this off and see how many we can hit at this distance. Well, I see some holes. Let's go look. One, two, at least. Yep, I think we hit it twice from this distance. I wonder if they went through. A big target. One there, and one there on the outside. I don't see any more. Let's open it up and see what it did. That one went through. That one did not. Let's see if it went out the backside. It did. So a grape shot from this distance would probably kill you. At least it'll go through the freezer. Okay guys, for our next shot, we're going to be shooting one of our 3D printed Diablo pellets here. These things seem to shoot pretty accurately, so we'll see if it'll hit our freezer from this distance. And if it does, what kind of damage it'll do. Okay guys, so we're going to be shooting some distance with one of our 3D printed Diablo cannonballs here. Let's go ahead and touch this off and see if we can hit it and what kind of damage it'll do. don't think that hit it. In fact, I think I saw it flick off way right. Let's see if we can find that. So from this distance, those are not so accurate. Let's see, I think I saw it fly off in this direction. Yeah, we didn't hit it for sure, but I don't know where it went. So at that distance, not so accurate. Wouldn't want to use one of those from that distance. Okay guys, so our 3D printed cannonball is not very accurate from this distance. We're gonna try one of our big marbles. This thing blew apart a watermelon. Let's see what it'll do to our freezer, how much damage, if it'll break at all, if we can hit it in the first place. Just curious to see what it'll do. So let's get this loaded up and see what'll happen. Okay guys, we got one of our big marbles loaded up. We're gonna see if we can hit our freezer from this distance, and if we can, what kind of damage it'll do. Almost. I think I saw that go just a little left. Let's go look. Oh, that was so close. Yeah, I think I saw that one go over here. It did. See that hit the dirt. Right there. So almost accurate. Not totally. Not as good as a regular cannonball from that distance. But they might work if you're standing close to each other. Hey guys, we're gonna put another 10-ounce cannonball in our cannon just for the sake of doing it for fun. Then we're gonna move it up closer and shoot a bouncy ball out of it and see what happens. Let's go check that one out. Oh, it may have bounced out. That's how. Nope, went right through the bottom of it right there. Big ol' hole. Right in the middle of all that insulation. Let's open it up. Got stopped in the middle there in that little step. I don't think it went all the way through. Oh, it did. We'll rock it back too. Woo! Went right through the middle there. All through the way to that whole thing in the middle. Hey guys, we're gonna put one of our bouncy balls in. I really want to see this thing bounce off the freezer. I've been wanting to see it bounce off since I found out we could shoot these out of our cannon. So we're gonna see what this will do out of our cannon against the freezer from a pretty close distance. Okay guys, for our very last shot, we got a bouncy ball loaded up. I'm really excited to see if this will bounce off the sides of our freezer. We got it moved up a little closer so we can make sure we hit it. Let's go ahead and touch this off. That may have done more than bounce off of our freezer. Whoa, I think I can see the bouncy ball. You can, good gosh. Didn't come out the back, but it sure embedded itself in the front of that freezer. Good gosh, look at that light bulb. Get you in the light. There it is. Wow, that bouncy ball is embedded in that freezer. All right, guys, let's check out this freezer now that we're done with it. There's our grape shot hole. Our bouncy ball embedded inside of there is pretty nuts. See where it knocked the hole out the inside. Got our hole down there, giant hole. Got our cannonball knocked all the way through there. Got a couple holes in the back of our grape shot. The exit hole for our first cannonball. Our exit hole for our grape shot right there. Let's go around back. Oh, hey, that was our other grape shot went out. There's the exit hole for that. Exit hole for a cannonball. Another cannonball exit hole. Grape shot. Did a pretty good number on our freezer with a cannon. Well guys, that was pretty cool. We learned today that grape shot from that distance has a really wide spread. I didn't really know what to expect from that distance. Our cannon is an anti-personnel cannon that would have been used to shoot something like grape shot or canister shot out of from a much closer distance, say at a marching line of soldiers or say on a surface of a ship, the deck of a ship. But from that distance at 50 yards, 2 or 3 of those balls would probably hit a person-sized target, which would rip you to pieces. And if you were in a giant line of soldiers or something like that, it would probably rip you to shreds, and you'd clear out the line pretty well. But it didn't hit the refrigerator for about 2 of them. Not a great hit ratio with the 12 that we loaded up. Our 3D printed cannonball is pretty accurate up close. I could see it. I don't know if it shows up on the camera. I'll have to check that out. I haven't had a chance to review it yet, but it swung off to the side on the right there. Hopefully it shows up on camera. Maybe from about 30 yards or so, they're pretty accurate. For anything farther than that, they probably are going to fly off course. They're probably a little too light to maintain that. I also really did not expect that bouncy ball to embed itself inside of our freezer. One day I will watch that bouncy ball bounce off of something, and I'm really excited to see that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's cold out here, so if you guys did enjoy it, I'm freezing my hands off. So go ahead and hit that like button down below just so it'll help warm my hands up. And if you guys haven't hit that button already, the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that below as well, because I think you guys are going to want to keep up with all the cool stuff that we got coming out in the future with our cannon. If you guys have any ideas about things that you want to see us shoot with the cannon or ideas that you want to see us shoot out of the cannon, go ahead and drop those in a comment below, or just any questions about the cannon, drop those as well. And we'll try to get those out for you guys in a future video and answer those questions for you. Now, once again, guys, my name's Jonathan. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Cannoneer, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.